Well, we'd hype round 15 up as having some intriguing fixtures. Here is what I make of the results from those intriguing fixtures. Hot takes time, everyone. 1. A rare slip. For the first time this season, we have a championship round where neither Leicester or Ipswich won their game. It has been a furious start from the top two, but it's a W in the box for the chasers this round, and that was kind of part of the deal here because it was third place Leeds, of course, who were taking on first place Leicester. Beat them 1-0 on Friday night with a Jorginho Rutter goal in what I'd consider the Championship's most significant match so far this season. I did cover this in a separate video yesterday morning. Check that out if you like. I will link it at the end of this video. But the hot take is Leicester still dominantly positioned, but big statement win from Leeds. Ipswich got out of dodge a bit with a point at Birmingham, coming from 2-0 down to draw 2-2. Much improved for Wayne Rooney, though, and his Birmingham side after defeats in all 3 of his first games. He said his side just ran out of steam after getting 2 in front. Marcus Harness was the hero for Ipswich off the bench with about 20 to go, and he scored both the goals to rescue town. Will he start for Ipswich in the game in hand on Tuesday night at Rotherham? Maybe he will, in which case I'll select him in my Fan Hub predicted 11. Close, but no cigar for me again this week. How was I to know that Brandon Williams would be ill? Why not take on the challenge yourself? Download the Fan Hub app, get involved in the predictions games. Make sure, though, you use my golden ticket code when you do. It's Ben-CU7. 2. Taking care. I suggested we'd have had a couple of new managers announced by now in the bold predictions, but still no movement at Bristol City and Millwall yet, meaning it was caretakers Curtis Fleming and Adam Barrett taking their teams for the games this weekend. Barrett has now done this whole block since Gary Rowett went out in the international break. Millwall went under late to Southampton in his latest game this weekend. Ryan Fraser off the bench to reprise his stoppage time antics against Hull and help Saints take advantage of that top 2 failing to win and move in closer. At Bristol City, the red card for Sheffield Wednesday's Barry Bannan was the big talking point and a great example of why the words last and man don't appear in the wording of the laws, and denying an obvious goal-scoring opportunity do appear. Feel free to have your view on the decision, but please help me in my campaign to stop this last man nonsense. Get it out of the football vernacular. Anyway, down off my soapbox, Rob Dickey slid the winner in for caretaker boss Fleming. Sheffield Wednesday stayed bottom. Surely new managers in at Bristol City and Millwall soon. Sounds like we're just waiting for the official word on Joe Edwards at Millwall at this precise moment I'm filming this. 3. Home trio. 3 home sides scored 3 times this round. We got a 3-1, a 3-2 and a 3-3 for good measure. Let's start with the 6-goal game between Plymouth and Middlesbrough. Those Borough fans have been down to Exeter and Plymouth back-to-back this week, but they have seen 11 goals to make all that travel worthwhile. Finazaz for Argyle with probably the pick of the goals as 2 of the most exciting younger managers in the Championship served up a goal fest for us to share the points. -1 goal, and we get to the 5 served up by Preston and Coventry as North End won 3-2 in a battle of 2 sides, both struggling for form, I'd say. Preston went in 7 without a win. Coventry come out 5 without a win. We'd had a lot of Coventry's troubles down to misfiring strikers, but not really the issue. The 3 goals conceded in between Hadji Wright's double, this time more to the point. Much needed win for Preston, and they are back in the top 6 despite that bad run. 1 place behind West Brom, who won their 3rd game in a row as Carlos Corberon continues to do a really good job at the Hawthorns. Jed Wallace also doing a good turn there up top for the Baggies. He set them on their way to a 3-1 win over fellow playoff chasers side Hull. It's a brilliant little burst, isn't it, from West Brom, who are most definitely exceeding my expectations for them in terms of my pre-season thoughts with their current league position. 4. Reset. QPR have done their reset. Ainsworth out, Cifuentes in. It was a draw on debut for the new Rangers boss at Rotherham. It's a lot to ask, I know, for an immediate impact from a team that's really not used to winning, but They just couldn't hold on to the lead given to them by a lovely Ilias Chair goal against a direct rival down at the bottom too. Look, we'll judge Cifuentes over the long term, but this one does have to go into the unhelpful draw for both clubs when you consider the scarcity of wins down at the bottom there. Judging by the boos at Carrow Road, it does sound like the Norwich fans are going to be wanting a similar reset too. And when you're so low on confidence, no opponent is particularly fun to play against. But Blackburn and their open attacking game, not the one. They completely washed over Norwich. Sammy Smodic picked up goals 8 and 9 of his excellent season. It was 3-1 in the end. Does not look good for David Wagner, does it? Let's keep a close eye on that. But I think we can all see potential movement there very soon. 5 shutouts. Crikey, 3 0-0 draws in one round for us. A little bit bland, isn't it? Swansea's stalemate with Sunderland, though, probably the most noteworthy of the three, with the Swans down to 10 men for the entire last hour, but not taking advantage of a penalty they won via Jamal Lowe in first half stoppage time. I guess that all levels out in the end, doesn't it, narrative-wise? Stoke v Cardiff saw a shutout between two teams in decent form going in. Cardiff looked like they came close more often from the short highlights package I have just watched. They move on. A point apiece, and not really a great deal to talk about when it comes to Huddersfield 0, Watford 0. Hornets 5 unbeaten now. Huddersfield, after shipping 4 goals in both of their last 2 games, will happily take that clean sheet, I'm sure. There you go. Those are my hot takes. Let me know yours in the comments. Is the automatic promotion race as hot as my hot takes? Is it heating up as we head into the winter? I think it might be. As promised, click up here to watch a more detailed look at that statement win for Leeds over Leicester City. Are we going to look back on this as a key weekend in the unfolding of this championship season?